Greetings, friends. It has been a long while before I've gotten out on trail and have done some decent mileage. I found a trail that I've never done in the Loyalsock State Forest. Loyalsock and Fern Rock Nature Trail. Apparently this trail's got some waterfalls and some good views, and there's even a ladder you climb. So, I'm not sure if there's any hunting around here. I really hope there's not, because I did not bring my blaze orange. I just didn't think of it. So yeah, let's look for any signage that says there may be hunting. If there is no hunting, we'll go. If it says there's hunting, then I'm going to have to find an alternative, but fingers crossed. Let's go. So right beside our trail starts up there. There is this little shelter with some signage here. We will check this out before we go too far. Oh no. Huh. That sucks. That really sucks. But I've actually got to check what hunting season we're in. We might be in Turkey right now. I'm not 100% sure. Damn it. I really wish I had brought my blaze orange, but I'm not very far away from home. So if I have to go back home, I will go back home. Well, if this was a wasted trip out here, at least it wasn't completely wasted. I did get us a map of the trails here in northern Pennsylvania. I'm sure I haven't done all of them, but I've done quite a few of them. By the way, I think I already said there's the new whip right now. Okay, well, it says October 4th through November 21st is deer archery season statewide. So, like I said, I don't live very far away. It's only like 40 minutes or so. I knew I should have brought my blaze orange with me today, but I just wasn't sure. I'm not a hunter. I don't know these things. But as a hiker, I should know these things. So I don't see any vehicles in the area, but that's not saying there isn't hunters out there that have parked in other areas and they have walked in this area to hunt. So it's best safe than sorry. I'll go back home, I'll grab my orange, and we'll come back and we'll kick this trail's ass, I guess. Hi, welcome back. An hour and 20 minutes later, yes, you heard that right. An hour and 20 minutes later, we are back at the trailhead. I've actually got to lock my car doors before I go too far. But anyway, we'll get into it in just a second. So one of the coolest things about where my new house is, I am very close to many awesome places. Loyalsock State Forest to begin with. I actually had to travel through World's End Park, State Park to get here. I am only a few miles from Ricketts Glen. So there's plenty of places to go. There's plenty of things to do around where I live. But here we are, my friends. We are at the trailhead. And this trail is rated a moderate trail. It's got a few things to see along the way. This is the Fern Rock Nature Trail. So let's go. We got 8 miles to get in. I'm guessing these are our trail markings today. You know, in the spirit of Halloween, look at this rock I just noticed. Kind of looks like an evil face. You got an eye, you got another eye, you got this kind of evil grin here. Hopefully everybody was nice and safe for their, excuse me, for their Halloween. If you're something really cool, what were you for Halloween, basically? Put that down in the comments. I'd love to know what you were for Halloween. I went as Jason Voorhees, although it's hard to wear the mask when you're a DJ and you have gigs and you got to talk on the microphone. So we have a trail guide here. I don't know what's in this. Nothing, as I suspected. All right. This trail is great for bird watching, and I can see many, many, many birds floating around or flying around. Floating. Birds don't float, Travis. It has been a little while since I've actually been out on a really good long hike. So far, trail conditions have been like this, but it's been kind of muddy. The weather today is kind of cloudy, overcast. There were a few peaks of sunshine, and honestly, wearing this orange, I am the brightest thing out here today. Had a little bit of a blowdown on trail, so we're just going to remove that. It's a pretty big branch, but nothing too unbearable. One of the many reasons I like hiking this time of year is because the colder air, I feel like I can breathe better. Secondly, the bugs are gone. Thirdly, you don't really have to worry about our slithery friends on trail. They should be all denned up for the winter. I've never come in contact with a copperhead nor a rattlesnake. I hope not to, but at the same time, I hope I do, because I'd really like to see one of them, at least a rattlesnake, at a distance, of course, safe distance, because they're a beautiful snake. They really are. Again, at a safe distance. We got a bridge across in a stream here. Again, my friends, these are numbered areas, and I'm not totally sure what they're for. I will put that at the bottom of the screen if I figure out what they are exactly. I'm guessing it has something to do with ferns, because we're on the Fern Rock Trail, was it? Oh boy, I can't even remember. Wow! Look at that. That's crazy. It just leaves this whole area just wide open. That's nuts. I'm guessing we go that way. The thing about being out here on a day like this is it's kind of spooky, because like I said, the sky is gray. The woods are actually quite thick, quite dense here. It makes them kind of darker. The wind is blowing a little bit, so you might hear the trees rubbing together. It's been nice so far, minus the rocks where I've almost went down, twisted an ankle. We don't need to do that. We got fun stuff coming up. That fun stuff being in November. Well, it is November. In about 2 weeks, I have a camp I'm doing with a bunch of other creators. It's going to be at Penn Roosevelt State Park, and we're just basically doing a camp. There are trails around there to explore, which I'm sure a new area I will get out and I will explore. But I know Camping Milkman, he put it together. The Lovey, the feral female, she'll be there. I even heard the Wandering Woodsman plans on attending. We're all in a big group chat. I know Day Hike Dave has got it on his calendar. My dude Walter Zolna, he plans on swinging in. So, speaking of Walter, he just put up a video of Letchworth State Park in New York. Miss Mindy and I have gone to Letchworth, and it is beautiful. Beautiful. My microphone was actually acting up on me, so I had to put a lot of music into that video. But Walter gets some seriously amazing, fantastic, like absolutely fantastic, like cinematic footage. It's just awesome. The first few clips, the first few scenes, it'll just suck you right into the video. So I applaud Walter. He puts in a lot of work on the videos that he does. So, all right, are we still on the right trail? We are, we're good. We have another bridge crossing here. Nice little calm streams. We finally had a bunch of rain on Thursday here in Pennsylvania, and it really made the water start flowing again, thankfully. I mean, it was a good all day, like steady to hard rain. So yeah, I think that was something we definitely needed around here, because we were quite dry. You wouldn't think this time of year would be dry, but we definitely are. A little bit of a downhill here. One thing I'm trying to not be is so glued to my GPS and trust my trailblazings. For some reason, I mean, I've been led astray by trailblazings, but for some reason, I don't trust them. But I should. I mean, volunteers, DCNR and whatnot, they're all out here. They're putting these trailblazings on for a reason. We got a bunch of water right here. This wouldn't have been around a few weeks ago. I'm gonna go around here. Yeah, so again, I'm trying not to be so glued to my GPS. I do have it on, but I'm trying not to check it so often, and trust my trailblazings. And I know what my trailblazings are. It's the yellow marking with the blue leaf in the middle, or fern, I should say. Of course, then again, aren't these things called ferns? I feel I should have known that, and I probably said it in a past video. This is what not being out on a trail does to your brain after so long. You forget things. Trail. We continue this way. You guys have no idea. Well, you might have an idea. I've kind of thrown this at you before, but I have been so busy in life lately. I've been working a crap load of overtime at work. I've been doing a crap ton of stuff at home. We're still unpacking. Here it is, basically 2 months later. Just there's repairs that need to be done. I'm noticing. I've been exhausted. My mental health has taken a huge fall. I felt myself starting to get, I know that sun's coming out. I'll move you over here in the shade. I felt myself starting to fall in a slump. Now, when I get in slumps, my slumps of depression are where I feel hopeless. Very hopeless. I feel like nothing is ever good enough. Nothing's going to go right. You know, I compare myself to others like I know I shouldn't, but I do. Anyway, I needed this today. This is going to help me. Let me jump some rocks here. This is going to help bring my head back to the normal area that it should be. This morning was a little frustrating because I had to travel all the way back home. Then when I got home, I couldn't find my orange hoodie here. And then the issue with this is if I get too warm, I can't take this off because I don't have an orange underlayer. So, yeah. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's get back to the trail. Yeah. Man, it's nice to just hear water. This whole constant hike, I've heard nothing but water. It's been great. Oh, far out. Okay, perfect example of why I don't always trust trailblazings and I go with the GPS. See, the GPS points straight ahead. Well, I walk that way. I had to turn around. You can see, look at our trail marking. Same trail marking we've been going by. Well, apparently now I've got to turn down this way, which is okay. I'm glad I caught it because I had noticed these two different color markings right here. And I'm like, wait a minute here. I better check my GPS just to be sure. So this is why I strongly urge anybody to at least have a navigation system or a map on them. We do have all kinds of down limbs and stuff. I move these because obviously there's a trail. It's not supposed to be there, so I will move it out of the way. You can see over here that somebody's already moved some brush, whether it be the last volunteer that came out or whatever. But I'll move this because it's in my way. So I have been preparing quite a bit for when I do the West Rim Trail. I also plan on doing the Old Loggers Path sometime this winter. Yes, I said winter. Probably more here in the fall. I mean, I don't want to... A snow hike would be awesome, but I don't want to, like, stand a chance of possible, like, snowstorms and whatnot. Way up there. All right, so here's where our trail turns quickly to the right. Like I said, I think it's just awesome that we've hiked right along this creek area. Oh man, that is freaking cool. Check this out. That's awesome. That's one of the reasons I come out here, my dudes. That is so awesome. Look at that. You can't beat that. That's awesome. It's not a huge waterfall, but it's enough to make you stop and go, ooh, ah. Mother Nature is furious and can be very brutal, but she can be very, very beautiful to us as well. And if left alone long enough, she will overtake. That's for damn sure. All right, let's get back on trail here. We are, I don't see any trail blazings. All right, I'll be back. And just look at it. It just like continues right along the whole trail. You seriously really can't get any better. I'm so glad I stopped here today and didn't travel 2 hours and 42 minutes from home to basically sweat my arse off and probably not necessarily hate every minute, but dislike a lot of moments. All right, so we made it to our main waterfall attraction. I want to go over here, get on top and look down first. So let's do that. Going right off the top over here. Step onto this rock, take a look down below. Ha! That's so cool. Man, if you were out here doing like a through hike, that'd be a perfect shower for you. Like, it might be a little bit too much water, but that would be perfect. These are things I'm cautious of, because I don't know if bears are denning down in there or whatnot, but look at that. Okay, now we walk away from the water. I figure at our half-mile point, probably 4 miles, I'll probably stop, grab a drink, have a snack. There are like virtually little to no blazes on this trail either. Once you turn way back there. Oh, here's a campsite. This is awesome. Oh, I love running into these. Right along a water source too. Just all them cascading waterfalls coming down through. Got a nice bench to sit on. There we go. Let me widen that out for you. Nice little fire ring. It's been pretty well kept. Looks like there ain't been anybody here in quite some time. Quite some time. Oh, there's another waterfall too. Man, we are in for treats today. So freaking cool. I cannot say how happy I am that I came out here today, that I came here today. It's funny what the sound of water and seeing it rush can do. And like I said, I really honestly feel without that rain we got the past couple days, these wouldn't be rolling as much as they're rolling. So, holy crap, look how beautiful that is. I'm sure there's a way to get down at the bottom so I can get a couple pictures and a shot from down below. Holy crap, that is nice. Nice. It's neat. As some of the older generations would say, it's really neat. There, we were able to get a little bit closer. Be a good swimming hole in the summer, probably. Didn't notice it before, but the last campers here left some good wood. All right, let's continue down our trail. So if I was to get all the water, this video would be like 3-4 hours long. There's just no way. So I guess you're gonna have to take the sound and the shots that I do get. There is some pretty cascades, but again, I don't want the video to be 3 or 4 hours long. All right. So there are, like I said, trailblazings are slim to none. I'm strictly going by GPS right now. And I'm following what is obviously a clear-cut path. It says we're going to go this way. I hate having two things in my hands, trying to make it work. Coming upon another campsite here. Wow, this is even nicer than the last one. I see a couple spots already for some tents and stuff. Got a bench, some rock seats. Got your fire pit. Looks like it needs to be dug out a little bit. You got flat spot for a tent over there. You got flat spot for your tent right there. Then actually the spot I'm standing in is fairly flat. So technically that would be 3. But yeah, pretty nice. I dig it. Hey, there's a familiar sign. We are officially on the Loyal Sock Trail, my friends. That's what that LT stands for, if you're not familiar with. We have to go over there. I am not good at balance, but I think I can butt hop across that. There will be no butt hopping today. I'm actually tall enough. My long, lanky legs let me skip all the way over to here. Now we will go up and rejoin our trail. All right, that wasn't too difficult. Yo, I see another campsite, my dudes. We're gonna go, check this out. I think there's an easier way to get in there. Somebody made themselves a little bushcraft shelter. Obviously right next to a water source. Flat spot. There's flat spots over in there, flat spot there. This is actually pretty flat right in here too. Awesome. This is really awesome. I love it. Well, you might get a little bit wet here, but we did it. So All Trail says there's a stream down yonder that is good for a photo op. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. Temperature has dropped just a little bit. They did say there'd be a chance of rain today, so I did bring my rain jacket just in case. But I really don't think we'll get anything too soaking. A little careful in this section here. I don't want to take a tumble. We kind of dropped down into a little gorge area, and I mean, you can see we still got beautiful water, but the temperature has dropped probably a good 5 to 10 degrees. You know what's cool? That right there. So we do actually end up dropping deeper into the valley and then making a what looks like pretty hellacious ascent out. And I think that'll probably end up being our 3 or 4 mile marker. Let me check here. Oops. That will end up being, yeah, our 4 mile marker. So, and our stream picture is 300 feet away. So it does say it's just a stream picture, but it's actually a freaking waterfall, dudes. How awesome is that? All right, so we make our first semi-serious ascent. Let's go. Okay, now that my breathing has calmed down, that was quite the first ascent. Holy crap. We have to go back down in a valley, then climb back up out. And that's the biggest one we'll do today. Again, according to all trails. Could change. Seems to me like the person who does their trail GPS is full of garbage. Sometimes. But it also says we will come across Armstrong Falls coming up in like half a mile. So more waterfalls. That'll be awesome. Yeah, dude. I'm just happy to be out here. You guys have no idea. And this is just going to show you how high up we actually are. Way down there is, I believe, the next falls we're going to see. I could be wrong, but anyway, yeah. Let's continue. We are just over 3 miles in, my friends. Look at all the stuff we've seen. We got 5 miles to go. Let's go. Is that what the kids say nowadays? I got Riz, man. No cat, bro. We are still on the Loyalsock Trail. Just gonna make a right-handed turn here. Jack's Window. That's what this sign says on the tree. You can tell we're up a bit in elevation. Right down in there, you can just barely see right there. There's waterfalls. But we will continue our trek. So I got 5 miles left, almost 6, and it says my battery's running low. I have a power bank, but I don't think I have a cord to go with it. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna hustle, and I'm only gonna show you guys the highlights from here on out. Like I said, there's the falls. We gotta hustle up to the, I believe it's a vista. Once you get up to the top of that last incline there, then it's just basically right back to the vehicle. But I'm gonna put you guys away. I'm gonna do some hiking. We'll see you in a bit. Ooh, more waterfalls. This isn't our main attraction though. That's down yonder a little bit. And here is our ladder I was talking about. Their spacing on these isn't quite accurate. What do you guys think, huh? That's awesome. Armstrong Road Falls. Road is spelled R-O-D-E. Picture time. All right, really quick. Here's a really nice campsite. Somebody left the trekking pole as a fire poker. Nice seating, nice fireplace. 3 potential spots for tents. One there, one here, and one like right in here. But we are in the valley and we are making our final ascent to go up. That'll get us to our 4 mile marker. Then we'll sit down, grab a snack, and get some hydration in us. I have to put what the name of that is down below. I like how it's got that bluish shine to him. All right, my dudes, right here is where we are going to climb up out of this valley, or gorge, or whatever you want to call it. So I'll talk to you at the top. 1/10 of a mile, folks, we have lower alpine view. That's where we're going to sit down and get hydrated and grab a snack, because I am feeling it. How about you? You probably got food in front of you. Maybe a cold beer, hot cup of coffee or tea, maybe even some hot cocoa. 'Tis the season for hot cocoa. Oh my God. That is just, oh, that's the high point of my day. All right. So, I got to propel to replenish them electrolytes. I need it. Oh, that's so good. I got the grape kind. I like the grape better than anything else. And to snack on, I've got probably only going to have one, but I like these Sunbelt bars better than the actual Nature Valley, because Nature Valley just crumbles apart. Sweet and salty or fudge chocolate chip. I think I'm going to go with the sweet and salty, just for now. Maybe we'll snack on the other one on the way home. Bon appetit. Did I just say apple teat? Bon appetit. I don't even know if that's how you say it. It's been a good day, y'all. Good day, and the sun's coming out, warming the old core temperature up. I'm gonna be 100% honest in sitting here. I would love to sit here longer, but sitting here this time of year, especially with a breeze, I'm starting to feel how cold I'm getting. So I'm gonna take another swig of that water, put my pack on, and finish out the rest of this trail. Man, this is beautiful. Been better if it was blue skies, you know? If we ever do the Loyal Sock Trail through hike, we'll see it again. Me and you, if you want to hang around. All right, it says we've gone 4.5 miles. So I'm guessing another 4 miles to go. And the terrain shouldn't be too terrible. So hopefully it's all good. Ooh, look at this. I wouldn't go down in there and check that out. Not with all that water and whatnot. But yeah, that's all straight downhill. We don't want to go down there. Whew, climbing that hill was pretty wicked. Probably a good 1/2 mile of uphill, but we have reached the alpine view. This would be the mountain view, but very similar to the one before, just more of the mountains in the distance and closer to that mountain on the left. Let me show you. What really gets me is those mountains over there. What a view. And got a little, I don't know if you'd dignify this as a campsite, but we're gonna sit down on that log and take another water break. Okay, GPS says we're sticking with Loyal Sock Trail, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, we got an intersection here. Got a road walk, must be. Oh, no, we don't. Straight across there. Loyal Sock Trail, we just come from that way. All right. Let's keep her moving. Make sure to look both ways, kids. Okay. Walking through some brush, obviously. We got about a mile till we're back to the car. But it's been pretty easy sailing since I was last with you. Gotta admit though, after climbing that hill a couple miles back, my legs feel like jello. Oh, it's nice to sit down, but we're gonna knock out this last mile. So far, this trail, as we've come back into the woods, has not been what I'd call very nice. Lots of down trees, as you can see. Hopefully it gets better. I can tell you one thing. Really surprised my batteries lasted this long. It's been in the red for quite a while now. So don't ever doubt these iPhones. At least the battery life anyway. Sunlight, a horse trail, which we will be turning onto. Cool. Well, it's a looking like, oh, no we won't. I thought we were going to have to do a road walk, but I see how the trail kind of walks to the right. Cool, because I can't stand road walks. Granted, you can go faster on them, but not many hikers like road walks. There have definitely been some horses down through here today. See the horseshoe prints? That's cool. Be cool if we could pass one. Even find a horseshoe on trail? Of course, I doubt that, but those things are usually put on there pretty good. Okay, so I guess small road walk. Whew, I'll tell you what, I ain't done that many miles in a long time. I am beat. Okay, so about those numbered sites on the posts we've seen, you see how they go all the way around the trail. They're all in numbered sequence all the way up to 31. You're supposed to see, what does number 1 say? Not that you can see it very well. It says, listen to your surroundings. What do you hear? As you venture deeper into the forest, human noise will give way to natural sounds. Post 2, wetlands. Wetlands like this swamp area throughout the forest like a sponge. A wetland can hold large amounts of water. Wetlands like this contain many different kinds of plants and are only found in wet areas, such as the large cinnamon ferns. I couldn't see that. My eyesight is going bad, folks. Growing in front of the post. Amphibians such as frogs, toads, newts, and salamanders use these areas also. So basically what it is it's just wipe the snot off my face. It's information about the area and whatnot. Maybe that trail map that I took actually had the information on it. I'll have to look and see. But I want to thank you guys for joining me for this very long adventure. I know I appreciate you. Trust me, I really, really do. The channel is growing slowly, but it's growing. And that's all I ask, is that it's growing and it never stops. Just 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers, 4 subscribers, 5 subscribers, 6 subscribers is hard to say when you keep saying it repeatedly. Much love to you guys. As always, y'all, please stay safe, stay healthy, and y'all be good to each other. We will see you out on the next adventure. And before I completely leave you guys, what this map is a map of every county and the trails and whatnot. Sullivan County, I had to come through Sullivan County to get here. I've been in Susquehanna County. I've been in Wyoming County, Lackawanna County. I've been in Wayne County, Monroe County. I've been down in Northampton County, Carbon County. I don't think I've been to Schuylkill. For you people that aren't from around here, how would you say that? Leave it down in the comments how you would say that. Anyway, y'all take care, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.